If you've ever wondered what a real pressure-tested Nikon Z wedding kit looks like in 2026, not the fantasy kit, not the influencer flat lay kit, but the one that actually survives long days, bad venues, emotional moments, and zero do-overs, this is it. Because this setup wasn't built to impress other photographers. It was built to stay calm when weddings absolutely are not. By the end of this video, you'll understand how this entire kit works together on a real wedding day, why every piece exists, and just as importantly, why nothing extra comes with me. This isn't about having the most gear. It's about having a system that disappears so you can focus on timing, emotion, and storytelling instead of problem solving. At the center of everything are two bodies, a Nikon Z9 and a Nikon Z8. This pairing is the backbone of my wedding workflow in 2026. Same sensor, same files, same autofocus behavior, same color response. That consistency matters more than people think when you're editing thousands of images from a single day. I don't want to wonder which camera created which look. I want everything to flow together naturally. The Z9 is my anchor. This is the body that handles pressure, ceremony entrances, vows, recessional, emotional reactions from parents, moments that happen once and never again. The ergonomics, the balance, the no mechanical shutter confidence, and the autofocus reliability all add up to one thing. I don't hesitate. And at weddings, hesitation is how moments vanish. Most of the time, the Z9 is paired with the 70 to 200 f2.8. This combo lets me stay back, stay respectful, and still pull tight emotional frames. Compression is beautiful, subject separation is effortless, and I can work quietly without stepping into moments that should stay intimate. It's my ceremony and long lens portrait workhorse. And it's boring in the best possible way because it just delivers. The Z8 plays a completely different role. This is my movement camera. Prep rooms, hallway moments, portraits where I'm circling the couple, cocktail hour, reception coverage. It's lighter, more agile, and most often paired with the 24 to 70 f2.8. That pairing covers a massive percentage of the wedding day without ever feeling limiting. Environmental portraits, candids, quick reactions, dance floor chaos, it's all there, and it never feels like the lens is slowing me down. I also carry the 14 to 24 f2.8, and this is very much a specialty use lens in my kit. This isn't an all-day lens, and it's definitely not a reaction lens. Using it requires thought. This is something I'm scouting for and planning around as the day unfolds. I'm looking for the architecture, the space, the light, and the moment where a wide, dramatic frame actually adds to the story. Big interiors, sweeping ceremony spaces, epic venues, or a single establishing shot that gives a gallery the scale. When the moment is right, I take the shot with intention, and then it goes straight back into the bag. Before the ceremony even begins, when things are calm enough to be intentional, that's one of my most important lenses in my bag comes out, the 105 macro. This is my detail and storytelling lens. Wedding rings, jewelry, invitations, florals, textures, watch shots, fabric details. These images set the tone for the entire gallery. They give context and pacing before the emotional moments start stacking up. The 105 earns its place because it does more than just macro. Even when I'm not shooting one-to-one, the compression and rendering feel intentional and refined. It elevates detailed shots without feeling gimmicky, and just as important, it doesn't disrupt my flow. I know exactly when I need it, I get the shots and it goes right back in the bag before the day speeds up again. No fumbling, no forcing it, no slowing the timeline. And lighting is the final layer. And this is where weddings love to test you. In my bag is a Westcott FJ82 with a Westcott FJ80 as a true backup. Same lighting ecosystem, same control logic, same on-camera behavior, even though they use different batteries, but I plan for that difference so power is never a surprise. Most of the day is available light because these Nikon sensors are excellent, but when the reception hall gets dark, the DJ turns the room into a nightclub, or bounce is your only option, you need a flash that's predictable and fast. If the primary flash goes down, I don't troubleshoot. I swap and keep shooting. The couple never knows anything happened, and that's exactly how it should be. All of this gear lives in a Manfrotto Pro Light bag, and it's not a cosmetic choice. This bag is part of the workflow. It's structured, protective, and organized in a way that turns it into a staging area instead of a black hole. I know exactly where each lens lives. I know where the flash is. I know where the batteries are without looking. That familiarity saves seconds, and seconds matter more than people realize on a wedding day. How I carry the cameras matters just as much as what they are. I run a Black Rapid dual camera strap system for most of the day. Comfortable without wrecking my shoulders by hour 8. The cameras are always accessible, secure, and never swinging around too much into guests or furniture. And in the bag, I also keep a single camera strap as backup because redundancy isn't paranoia at weddings. It's professionalism. Supporting all of this is the boring but critical stuff that keeps stress out of my head. Plenty of batteries, so power never crosses my mind. Fast CF Express cards, so buffers don't exist when people laugh, cry, or move unpredictably. Everything is planned, so my attention stays on moments, not logistics. One quick note before we wrap up. If low light receptions, dark ceremonies, or mixed lighting environments are something you still wrestle with, I've put together a free low light shooting guide. You'll find the link for it in the video description, and it pairs perfectly with this kind of setup. Here's the real takeaway. This kit isn't about having everything. It's about everything having a role. The Z9 handles the pressure. The Z8 handles movement. The 70-200 compresses emotion. The 24-70 tells the story. The 14-24 adds drama when the scene truly calls for it. The 105 macro sets the stage before the ceremony begins. The flash gives you control when light stops cooperating, and the bag and strap system keep the whole thing comfortable, fast, and predictable. Weddings reward calm photographers. Calm comes from systems that work under pressure. This setup lets gear disappear so you can focus on timing, emotion, and storytelling, which is the only part of the day that actually matters. If this breakdown helped you think more clearly about your own kit, consider subscribing. I focus on real-world shooting decisions, not hype circles, and everything on this channel is built around helping you walk into a photo shoot feeling prepared instead of stressed.